A young Madeline Swan observes Lucifer Sophine kill her mother while attempting to kill her father Mr. White. While looking for Madeline, Sophine is shot by her but lives. Sophine saves Madeline as she escapes onto a nearby frozen lake and slips through the ice. Madeline is with James Bond in Matera after Ernst Stavro Blofeld has been apprehended. When Bond visits Vesper Lynd's grave, Spectre killers surprise him. Despite defeating the assassins with Madeline's help, Bond leaves her because he thinks she has betrayed him. Scientist Valdo Obruchev from MI6 is abducted from an MI6 facility 5 years later.
With M's approval, Obruchev created Project Heracles, a bioweapon with nanobots that spread like a virus when touched and are uniquely programmed to each person's DNA, making it deadly to the target but harmless to others. Agent Logan Ash and Felix Leiter of the CIA contact retired British spy James Bond in Jamaica. When Leiter asks Bond for assistance in finding Obruchev, Bond refuses. The following evening, Bond runs across Nomi, an MI6 agent who has taken over as the new 007. Bond agrees to assist Leiter after being told about Project Heracles by Nomi. When Bond visits Cuba, he encounters Paloma, a CIA spy who is friends with Leiter. To get Obruchev back, Bond and Paloma snoop into a Spectre gathering for Blofeld's birthday. Blofeld, who still has a functioning bionic eye but is using it to run the meeting, confined to MI6, instructs his followers to use nanobots to murder Bond. Instead, because Obruchev has reprogrammed the nanobots to do so on Sophine's orders, all of the Spectre members are killed. Obruchev is captured by Bond before Leiter and Ash arrive. As Leiter is killed and Ash makes his getaway with Obruchev, it is discovered that Ash is a double agent for Sophine. In an effort to track out Obruchev, Moneypenny and Q set up a meeting between Bond and Blofeld in jail. However, as Madeline has been in touch with Blofeld since his incarceration, Sophine arrives and forces her to contract nanobots in order to kill him. Bond accidentally contracts the disease when he touches Madeline at Blofeld's prison cell before she departs from the prison. When questioned, Blofeld makes a confession. To make it seem as if Madeline had betrayed him, he pretended to Bond that he arranged the ambush at Vesper's tomb. Blofeld is fatally infected by the nanobots as a result of Bond's retaliatory attack on him. Bond follows Madeline to the house where she grew up in Norway. He discovers that Madeline has Matilda, a 5-year-old daughter, whom she claims is not his. There, Sophine was inspired to seek retribution against Blofeld and Spectre after Madeline admits to Bond that Sophine's parents were murdered by Madeline's father on Blofeld's orders when he was a youngster. While Sophine, Ash, and their men are en route to apprehend Bond, Madeline, and Matilda, they continue their rampage despite having killed Blofeld and destroyed Spectre. Bond is able to kill Ash and several other people, but Madeline and Matilda are successfully taken prisoner by Sophine's troops. On an island situated halfway between Japan and Russia, Q, Bond, and Nomi find Sophine in a Second World War base. When they invade Sophine's headquarters, they discover that Sophine has turned the facility into a nanobot factory, where he as Obruchev produce millions of nanobots that they would then release internationally to kill millions of people and build a new world order for themselves. While Nomi murders Obruchev by shoving him into a vat of nanobots, Bond kills numerous of Sophine's soldiers. Bond has Madeline and Matilda flee the island with Nomi after saving them, but he stays behind to unlock the silo doors so that the HMS Dragon can launch a missile attack. Annihilate the nanobots. Before facing Sophine, Bond eliminates the last of Sophine's men. During their struggle, Sophine shoots Bond before infecting him with nanobots designed to murder Madeline and Matilda. Bond kills Sophine and unlocks the silos in spite of his wounded. By radio, Madeline confirms that Matilda is indeed his daughter as Bond bids her farewell and tells her that he loves her and wants her to continue on without him. As the rockets strike the island and destroy the nanobot factory, Bond accepts his fate. Bond's teammates, M, Moneypenny, Q, Tanner, and Nomi have drinks for Bond at MI6. As Madeline drives Matilda to Matera and begins telling her about Bond, the movie comes to a close.